You can increase your productivity by 5 or 10 times overnight by putting the 3 methods into action that I'm going to give you in my free course. So go download it right now by clicking the link just below here.
What is really valuable to pursue? You know, most people say, most personal development gurus say, you just, know what you want and then start pursuing it. So you have to set your goals. But what goals should I set? Well, what do you want? Well, I don't know what I want, right? I just know that I don't want to be here. I just know that I don't want out of the situation, or I want something else from what I have now. But years ago, I started pursuing the answer to this question. Isn't there something that is really for everyone, for every human being, intrinsically valuable? Like, you cannot run away from it. You cannot argue that that is valuable. What are the things that you can pursue, that you can try to get closer to, that really has value for everyone? And there's one thing that if you have to ask the genie in the bottle or the lamp, if you got 3 wishes, that when you were a child, then what would you ask for? Or if you have only 1 wish, what would you ask for? That magical genie in the bottle or the lamp, then you would ask for unlimited wishes to come true, right? Of course. Instead of asking for, 100 million, or asking for a new Ferrari, or, happy children, or whatever you want, then ask for unlimited wishes. And that has intrinsic value. So what is that in the real world? It's freedom. You might say, okay, I want this and I want that, and I want my kids to be happy, and I want happy relationships, and I want, an improved lifestyle, I want money, right? Whatever it is. But what's going to give you that? What is going to give you the power to get all these things? Freedom is. Because what does freedom really mean? In every situation, it means something different, but it's still the same. So if you're in a situation where you can't go anywhere because you don't have money to travel, and apart from that, you can't leave your job because you have to pay the rent, right? So if you have to show up for work, that's not freedom. That's not freedom of choice, because the consequences of choosing something are so severe that there's no freedom. You can't go on a vacation, or you can't go to Spain and take a day off or a week off, or you can't work wherever you want to, right? And that's another thing. Do you have to show up for work to work where you work? That's a limitation, right? In relationships, are you free to speak and say whatever you want, or will you get punished by your spouse, partner? Will you be stonewalled for a week or 2 whenever you express, your feelings or whatever you want to say? That's not freedom. So in every area, whether it be financial, in relationships, or whatever it is, freedom, it means that you can get more of what's good, right? You can get more freedom. So if it's love, then freedom means that you can be the one that you are, whatever that means, right? But you can express yourself, you can say the things that matter to you, and you can say what you feel. That's freedom, because everything can be put out there without severe consequences, right? Like with the job, right? If you can't not go to work without severe consequences, then that's not freedom. And that's why money is such a big thing for most people, because it represents freedom for us, right? If you have 100 million in the bank, you don't have to work, first of all, right? You don't have to work because you can live off the interest. You don't have to stay in any place in the world. You can go wherever you want because you have money to travel, and you have time to travel. So that's freedom. So you can decide where you want to be and with whom you want to be, and you're not bound or tied up in anything. And then most people want that so much, but they don't think they can get it, the money. So they say it's not valuable, right? That's what we do. We think things we really want, but we think we cannot get. Then we say, okay, that is not worth having, because then we can relax and not feel bad about not having it, right? But that's a subject for another video. But so just think about the fact that whatever you want, freedom will give it to you, because then you have the freedom to choose it, right? And so that's intrinsically valuable. So if you don't know what you want, just go for freedom. Financial freedom, the freedom of being able to express yourself without being punished for it, the freedom to be who you are, the freedom to do what you want, the freedom to choose the job, the work you want, the business you want, the freedom to start your own business. That's another thing. That's very, people get afraid about starting their own business, right? That's crazy. I remember, setting up a camera when I started my guitar teaching business, many years ago, and I set up the camera and I had the whole thing ready and I just stared at it for 2 weeks because I couldn't make myself go and create a video and start creating a product. I could do the free stuff because that's okay. People can't judge me too much when I do free stuff because it's free, right? The second I want people's money for something, then people can say, are you crazy? You think I want to pay to see you teach guitar? Are you out of your mind? You really think you're that good, right? Suddenly I expose myself to other people's judgments on a whole nother level than I tried before. And so I just shied away from it. So, and that, pushing through that fear means I get more freedom on the other side because now there's a new thing I can do. And when you're fearful, that is really puts big limits to your freedom, right? If you're afraid of starting your own business or afraid of doing the things within the business that you have to do to make it successful, that's also constraints on your freedom. So breaking through that will expand your freedom. Being less afraid because you simply just get used to doing the stuff that you're afraid of. So now it's not, doesn't do anything to you anymore. And constantly pushing towards what you're afraid of will expand your freedom and will expand your ability to do whatever it is that you want to do and make more money and, improve your relationships and everything else. But that is freedom. So there you have your answer. If you don't know what you want, then just go for freedom in every area, in everything you do. And I promise you, you will be able to get more of what you want or to expand your reality and do more of the good things you want to do for other people. Whatever makes you tick, freedom is the way and the goal, right? So just if you disagree with me, please let me know underneath here. If you have an experience that confirms what I'm talking about, please comment in the section below. And don't forget to subscribe so you get a message or a notice whenever I post a new video here. Thank you for listening. I hope this was valuable to you and hope to see you in the next video.